Chelsea SW6, I mean, what a result.
It's a fantastic result, an incredible... Well, for 60 minutes, I've got to be honest, I nearly fell asleep. In fact, I did drop off at one point, especially the first half. It was an awful hour, wasn't it, of football. Yeah. Well, it was just side to side. You know, West Ham come for a point. That was what it was all about. And, of course, once they scored, it was like, oh, here we go. You know, because they're not going to change their philosophy. They're going to stay the same shape, and it was always going to be difficult. But, you know, to come back, and then it had everything. It had every part of drama, didn't it, you could ever imagine. We get back in an equaliser, then we get back into the lead, and then they get a goal, and then their fans are totally giving it to us, like, big time, aren't they? And then next thing you know, there's a VAR decision, and it finally goes our way. So, you know, all's fair in love and war. And talking of love, you know, it's all about Thomas Tuchel. Let's not forget that. Thomas fucking Tuchel. Let's not ever forget that. He is the man. And, you know, we've got to take things into consideration as to where we are right now. The season starts right now. It has to start right now. And that's purely and simply because everyone now knows where they are, where they stand, you know, because, you know, the transfer window's shut, so there's no speculation, there's no worry or, you know, sort of thought process of whether they're going to move on or they're going to be sold or we're going to bring someone in. Is my place going to be up for grabs? You know, it's all about positivities now moving forward, and that's you know, this is a fantastic tonic for us all as supporters and for the players and Thomas Tuchel, you know. And Ben Chilwell to be the man of the match. I mean, what time did he come on? And I've got to tell you, people forget how good we were when Chilwell was playing, you know, until he got injured. I mean, at that point, we were absolutely superb. People were talking about us in the same superlatives that they do for Manchester City. And, you know, we all know what happened. It massively affected us when we lost not just Tuchel but James and various sort of different differentials. But it was more so Chilwell, yeah, you forget what he gives you, yeah, and magnificent, just magnificent. And I'm so pleased for Kai Havertz to score a goal.
Finally, I mean, it's about time after all the things people have said about him.
Well, shut the haters up, you know. I mean, you know, listen, we get enough hate, you know, from the media. We know we know how they feel about us, yeah. You know, they've never forgiven us, right, from the moment Roman bought the club, and of course we move on, you know, to pastures new. But you know, they are very much the old guard, the old school. They listen, so we don't get any change from those people, right? So what we have to do as supporters is be united as one. We don't fucking feed the narrative, and we certainly don't join on their side. You don't attack your own team. You don't attack your own manager. And I've got to say, Stamford Bridge today was rocking at the end, but piss poor up until the point of 60 minutes, wasn't it, you know?
I mean, I always say with the Bridge, you know, you get off the pitch what you see on it. If you see great football, the fans respond. But sometimes I think when the players are struggling, we need to get behind them that little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it is chicken and egg, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I mean, what is it? Is it the players that motivate the fans or the fans that motivate the players? Well, it's a combination of both. But guess what? When they're not doing well, that's the time not to be quiet. That's the time to big it up. You don't cheer when you're doing well. You cheer when they need the additional effort. I mean, it's obvious in life, yeah. I come from sales and marketing background. If you give someone encouragement, yeah, they're going to excel, yeah. And it's exactly the same formula as a supporter. That's why we support. That's why a lot of our fans need to understand. Supporter means support.
Well said.
Your side and your manager and your football club, yeah. And you know, I put a lot of shit out there recently. I've upset a lot of people, and I don't give a fuck. And I'll tell you the reason why. Because there's a lot of our supporters that have gone on now to mainstream, and they've got a responsibility. Yeah, now I understand they're going to have a neutral perspective, yeah? When they talk about Chelsea now, they're going to talk about other clubs in the same light. They have to. If you work for something like Talk Sports, you can't just go out there and put out a Chelsea mantra. But let's not forget who we are, yeah? And if you're gonna put it out there, don't fucking feed a narrative of a negative, you know what I mean? Because we know how very easily it can build. All right, you know, listen, I got a phone call today. I don't know how true it is. I'm not professing to be a person in the know as such, but someone told me from someone inside the club that our owners are seriously getting affected by it, yeah? They're thinking, you know, I mean, why wouldn't you? Do you know what I'm saying? If you think the fans aren't on your side, right, they're going to do what's best, yeah, for the football club, yeah, at all times. If they don't think the fans are on board, and when you get the likes of Rory Jennings, yes, you fucking heard it here, Rory, you have a responsibility, my friend, yeah, not to put out too shit out. I noticed how you were really distressed about the Bournemouth manager losing his job. He should have had more time, yeah? Well, what about fucking Thomas Tuchel? Jumping up and down when we won the Champions League, jumping up and down when we won the World Club, jumping up and down when we won the UEFA Super Cup. And now you're fucking feeding a narrative, yeah, that it's got to go. It's just got to go. Well, get fucked, Rory, yeah? Yeah? Start fucking acting as though you care about the fucking football club. Don't put it out there for your fucking sound bites, yeah? Me, I couldn't give a fuck about views, clicks, fuck all. You do. You earn a living off it. You're taking the fucking money, and when you take the money, you have a responsibility, yeah? And don't fucking feed the wrong narrative, right? Todd Bowley, right, is doing a fantastic job, done a fantastic job. And Thomas Tuchel is the man, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's try and keep it football. I understand, obviously, what you say. I do understand.
Fucking said, mate, because you know, I mean, I don't know whether you're going to keep it in or whether you're going to take it out. Quite frankly, I don't care really, yeah. All I want to say, right, okay, is a lot of these so-called, yeah, celebrity supporters, yeah, and you know who they are, I know who they are, right? They haven't fucking backed us, right, okay, in any way, shape or form. All they've done is throw out negatives, negative after negative after negative. And as supporters, as a football club, if you care about your football club, right, you don't do that. You don't feed a narrative. You don't cause an issue, yeah? You stand solid behind the fucking badge, you know what I'm saying? So, listen, that's all I've got to say on that one. The game? Well,
let's try. I mean, we just won, Tony. I mean, we won. It's...
I know, but do you know what? It needs to be put out there, right? Because I bet they were sharpening their pencils right now, yeah, when we were 1-0 down. You can imagine it. I bet they've rewritten their shit that they put out there. Maybe they put it out there and go, oh my God, and then they withdrawn it. Who fucking knows? They react to anything, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I can definitely... I wouldn't pick out one person. I understand where you're coming from, but there's a lot of people against Chelsea, and we've seen that. A lot of people...
From your own supporters.
Absolutely.
You certainly don't need it from a person that's made it onto mainstream. Well done, congratulations, right? But if you're going to fucking talk about us, right, talk in a positive light, don't feed a mantra, don't feed a negative fucking situation with regards to Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel's fucking... He won us the Champions League, man, do you know what I mean? What more do you want? 2 domestic fucking finals last year, right? You know, how many fucking finals? 6? Is it 6 finals? What more do you want, man?
Well, and you've seen today as well, obviously usually we have 3 subs, today we had 5, we made use of every single one of them.
Absolutely, and that's great management, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And that's what we have to respect, yeah? The fact that he's an absolute high quality coach, yeah? We don't forget about that, right? And, you know, we got Aubameyang to come into this side, you know. Listen, we weren't great today, right? Especially until we, you know, conceded the goal, right? We then had to push a little bit further. All that side-to-side stuff. It wasn't pretty, was it? It was very yawning. Do you know what I mean? To be totally honest with you. However, what an ending. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we want. It's a tonic, yeah. That's what we need. We needed something like that, yeah. As supporters, as a football club. You know what I mean? So it's good. It's good news. I'm going home happy. I've got a long journey home as well. Do you know what I mean? It's just nice to go home, getting a decision that goes our way, and, you know, silencing the haters. It's all about TT, man.
All about TT. Tony?
All about TT. And listen, I'm sorry if I've come across like negative and all that. I don't mean to, right? It is all about positives. 3 points today. We move up, we move on.
I respect your passion, Tony. I think everyone understands
Chelsea,
that.
Mate. I love Chelsea, yeah, and people profess to love Chelsea. They need to fucking get behind the side and do the right thing at all times, especially when you have hundreds of thousands of people that follow you and listen to every word and think that you are the voice of Chelsea supporters, which, by the way, you are not.